Hi everybody, it's Mary Ellen from Create With Me, and I'm here in the Creativity Nest for another episode of Teach Me Tuesday. So this week I had to make swaps. Swaps are cards that we make for our team. We make multiples of one design and then we swap them out. So we have a lot of samples to show you. So I was making a card today and I thought, oh, I'd love to show you how I did it. So I'm going to take you down to my desk and this is the card that I made. So it's using a new stamp set that's in the next catalog that comes out on July 1st, and it's called Painted Pheasant. I almost said peasant. Painted Pheasant, and this is the card, and this is the technique. So you could do this in a couple different ways. You could use your markers, but I did something called the baby wipe technique, and maybe you're familiar with it and maybe you're not. So if you're not, stay tuned because I'm going to show you how to do it. So let me move these things out of my way. I'm going to keep my little pheasant right here, and I'm going to bring in, I'm going to just reiterate, I always have cardstock cut in layers. So I have a little container that's 4 by 5 1/4 of basic white, and I want one piece of basic white, and I'm going to bring in this empty stamp case, and I have stock in this. Wet ones, okay? So what you're going to need is just a wet wipe of some kind. And so any wet wipe will work. Probably best to have it be alcohol free. And I just folded that over and put that in my stamp case. And that way I can kind of contain the ink in there. Okay, so what I did was I brought in some colors, and I've got some browns, some grays, and then I've got some yellows, reds, and oranges. So I'm going to start by kind of looking. I'm putting my stamp under. I can't really see. You probably can't see it all, but I'm going to get an idea. I'm using this as an ink pad. Okay, so I kind of place my stamp on there and get an idea of where I want color. I want the tail to be browns and grays. I want the bright colored feathers, and then I want the head to be a little bit different color. Now, I had a little bit of ink on there, so that's going to work to my advantage, actually. So I can see where my tail is. So all I'm doing is dropping. There's some grays. That is smoky slate. I'm going to tell you the colors. Smoky slate, I'm using some soft suede, which is probably a little darker than what I used on my sample. I probably used crumb cake, but I'm just dropping them on. This one doesn't want to come out as well, so I'm just touching it. I'm going to use a little crumb cake to even out all the colors. So you can see I'm dropping them randomly. I'm not worried that I'm not dropping one color in one place. A little bit more there. I'm going to put a little bit of crumb cake down here where the feet are. Then I've got cherry cobbler, which is what I want to do for my head. So I'm going to drop cherry cobbler, and I'm going to finish out with some Cajun craze and some pumpkin pie. Get a nice orange. And it's okay if I'm going out. Normally I wouldn't even have the parameters. It's just by a fluke that I had some ink on there. And then I'm going to brighten it all up with some Mango Melody and finish out all these kind of empty spaces that I don't have anything. Okay, so now it looks crazy. Doesn't it look crazy to you? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stamp, and this is matted, but yeah, this will work. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down on my pad, but I'm not going to just go straight down. I do a little bit of a circle. And that way, if there are any blank spaces, I'm kind of muddling them together. Now, hopefully this will work on the first time. Sometimes it takes a couple of pieces, but I think it's going to work. And then I'm just going to stamp it and lift. So there I've got my tail feathers are gray and a brown. I've got some nice color. I've got my feet a little brown here, and then I've got my head red just like I wanted it. So isn't that really fun? So I see that I don't have a lot of color. If I let that sit for a little bit, let's see if I just flip this over. We'll try it one more time. Try to get a little more inky. And I'm doing it by kind of moving my stamp around. See how I'm kind of going in a circle? want to make sure I get ink on all of it. Let's see if I did any better that time. So what I'm saying is sometimes it takes a impression or two to get the full color that you want. And if you don't, you can always add more. I like that. Okay, that looks really good. So that looks very similar to my card here. Then I just cut it and made it into this card. So I hope you like it. I hope you'll use this. I could even close this up and revisit it if I was going to use this. It will get dry, but it'll take a while. So I could keep adding color and make multiples while I have this special ink pad already. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm just going to put up my June code, and that is good for any order that you want to place here before the end of the month. So we've got some specials going on, right? We've still got the buy one get one half off on their kits. They're up in the kit collection. I'll put that up in the header of this video so that you can see it. And then we've got these new catalogs with this new stamp set coming out on July 1st, so watch for those. I've got my BOGO sale on Thursday. If you don't know what that is, I'm selling my retired stamps online, so anyone can view. I'll ship them to you. You can get all the details. I have a group. I'll also put that up in the header, so after you watch the video, go back and go to Create With Me on Facebook, and it'll all be in the header, so you can join that group and be with us live on Thursday evening. So bye, everybody.